Okay, so this morning started off a little bit weird. I woke up and I thought all my stuff was gone. My couch was gone, my clothes were gone. It was like my entire apartment had been cleaned out, like someone came in and robbed it. I was like, no way. There's no way anybody could have done this. There's no way anybody could have just robbed me while I was sleeping in my bed without me waking up. So I'm walking down the hallway and I'm like, wait a second, this ain't real. So I try to wake myself up, wouldn't wake up. Try and wake myself up again, would not wake up. Try it one last time. Thank goodness I woke up. So haven't got the greatest sleep, so you already know where we're going. You already know. Yeah. Well, not the ballroom, but the coffee. Okay, so I would have had a problem, but fortunately I planned ahead for this given circumstance, which is awesome. Anyways, what I want to talk about with you guys is when it comes to a personal training certification, you have to make sure that you're taking continuing education to recertify. Now, you don't have to retake the personal training certification test, but you do have to drop like $300. Now, if I wouldn't have prepared for this beforehand, I would have been super poor and scrambling for money. But fortunately, I prepared. So, my word of advice, always come prepared and always be aware. Another day, Today's lift is gonna be stiff-legged deadlifts. Now these ones can be a little bit tricky. For most people, they just wanna slap on a crap ton of weight and just slam heavies. But with a stiff-legged deadlift, we wanna make sure that we're using proper form to isolate those hamstrings properly. Now any hip hinging movement is gonna be awesome for the hamstrings, which is why we incorporate stiff-legged deadlifts. Be prepared to learn some awesome stuff. So we're gonna get a warm-up set in real quick. I'm just gonna throw on 45s like always. I do a lot of the same warm-up routine for a lot of the different exercises. Just throwing on a little bit of weight just to get the muscles that we're going to target warmed up. To give you guys a little insider tip, you're gonna bend the knees slightly and you're gonna stick your butt out, kind of like you're setting your butt back, almost like you're sitting back into a chair, and you're gonna hinge at the hips, keeping a nice neutral back. Now this should really burn in those hamstrings. You should really feel it back there. So what the stiff-legged deadlift works is mostly the hamstrings. It's gonna work that posterior part of the leg. We did squats earlier in the week, so we gotta give the backside some love. So let's get started. Okay, we're gonna hit 205 for a set of 3. Big thing here, like I said, is you're gonna have to strip some of that weight off just so we're using the proper form and isolating those hamstrings. Another thing too is you can practice bracing here. Bracing is where you take a nice breath of air in and then you push your gut out, almost like you're trying to bust the button off your jeans. Let's get started. Pay particular attention to my back and how my hips sit back. We're at the beginning of a mesocycle, so what do you think we're doing? RPE of 7. 3 reps left in reserve on this exercise. Another thing too to pay attention to is to make sure that you're driving through your heels. You don't want to come up on your tippy toes because that's going to cause some unnecessary shearing on the knee, which is what we do not want. If you're serious about doing deadlifts, you want to make sure that you get yourself a pair of flat-footed shoes. Now if you look at the pair I'm wearing, the classics. The reason you want a flat-footed shoe is that any sort of raised heel is gonna put you at a vulnerable position when you're doing deadlifts. The raised heel is just cutting your range of motion, and it's gonna put a lot of pressure on that low back. So make sure that you get a nice flat-footed shoe when you decide to do deadlifts. You could even squat in flat-footed shoes, but be aware you're gonna need some ankle dorsal flexion in order to squat in flat-footed shoes. I always prefer, when it comes to squatting, to have a pair of squat shoes. That's my personal preference, but you need to train enough to where you can develop that preference for yourself. I know lots of people that squat in Converses, and I tell you what, they can squat twice as much as I can, and they don't need any sort of special equipment. So don't think that you need any sort of special equipment either. Just make sure that when you're doing a deadlift, if you have to, you can go barefoot. Barefoot is something that I do quite often. People are gonna look at you weird, and just try not to drop any plates on your feet, because that's gonna... This bar will not hold still. Almost there. Okay, as you get further into your stiff-legged deadlifts, you're gonna get pretty tired, and the big thing here with stiff-legged deadlifts, the more tired you become, the more you gotta pay attention to your form. As I become more tired, I like to do my secret magical trick. I like to imagine I'm bending the bar like I'm freaking Superman. This is gonna set your elbows in the right position, it's gonna set your scapula in the right position, and it's gonna help you maintain that nice neutral back. Okay, last set, make sure you pay attention and watch as I imagine myself bending the bar. Okay, it's like really hot in my car right now. I can't even touch anything. We're gonna head back. Ow! Freaking son of a. We're gonna head back to home base, ending the vlog here right now today. I apologize, I bring you guys some more content, but I gotta go and get some work done. I gotta go eat some food. I would video me eating food, but I mean, I don't think you guys are really gonna wanna watch that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do some stiff-legged deadlifts. Like I said, all these videos are just gonna be one exercise and me giving pointers on those exercises, plus a little fun stuff in there sprinkled throughout. Subscribe, like the video, share it, get the word out, help me out so I can help you guys out. Remember, keep your eyes open. I'm working on that website. In fact, the reason why I'm ending this vlog right now is because I'm currently going to go and work on that website and the training programs that will be sold on that website for all of you. So, like I said, I say so a lot in these videos and I have no idea why. I feel like it's just to break tension when I should just leave tension like this. Anyways, I will see you guys next time.